Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, we're back at it for another episode of Rap and Reason podcast. I am one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going down?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Shout out to Community College of Philadelphia. I just did a lecture on hip hop journalism earlier this week, man. Shout out to all the students, bro, that actually have true interest, true passion in hip hop and in media at large. You know what I mean? Like they got their other, whether they want to be a public relations professional or actually be a journalist, whatever the case, man. I felt like there was real enthusiasm for not only the field, that industry within media and communications, but more so about hip hop. So shout out to them. So, with all that being said, bro, I had a great week, man. Great start to my week.
Dope start, man. Yes, sir, man. It's dope being able to speak at different schools on hip hop, man. Mine been a blessing. Outside of allergies whooping me today. Allergies, this weather changing been doing a number on me. But other than that, man, it's been good. Been a good start to the week so far. Same thing for anybody who's in the Pittsburgh area. I'll be speaking at IUP also about hip hop November 20th. So if you're in the area, pull up. It'd be a dope lecture, and that is on the 20th of November. But yeah, man, blessed. Other than that, man, thank you to everybody who's pre-ordered Raps of Resistance. Yeah, much love, much love. If you haven't yet, please make sure you go to bloomsbury.com, Barnes& and Noble, Amazon, wherever you buy books. And yeah, man, go ahead and get that pre-order. Drops May 14th.
Of next year, man. So exciting, bro. And the beauty of it is when you talk to real people about hip hop who have true passions about it and you let them know what this project is, what it'll mean, to receive that in real time, like just their excitement, bro, and just their interest in it and as a project, bro, like that's like the best feeling in the world. Knowing you produce something with your mans and like there's real interest and real appreciation for it in real time. Like that's the best feeling in the world, bro. I swear. It is
100%, 100%, bro. And the crazy thing is, like, I was just telling somebody who I did an interview with. I said, man, look, I'm not even saying like, of course I'm biased because I helped write the book, but even outside of that, like, it's a great book. Like,
It
like
is
we've
though.
gone back to it. Like, it's dope. It's a game changing book, man. It's different than any other hip hop book that I've ever read. It's more interesting than most hip hop books I've read, to be real. Um, yeah, it's dope, man. For even the people who aren't casual readers, I feel like are gonna want to read this book.
100%. And like the part for me that always mattered and it was proven like when we read it, edited, is nuance. Like the history of hip hop has been told many a times, right? Not only in books, documentaries, everything else in between, right? Like actual films too, but like to add a sense of nuance and unique, distinct, or like our unique, distinct voice and perspective into it. Like the fact that we were able to do that while still telling like stuff that you can't have a hip hop book without saying was like the thing that I felt like was the most important element of it, bro. And we did that. We achieved that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was dope. That was dope. I can't wait for people to read it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. This is what I'm looking forward to, man. So looking forward to it, man. Shout out to people who've already endorsed it, man. Shout out Dr. Khalid Mumin, former
Hmm.
Secretary of Education in Pennsylvania, Superintendent Redding for doing a review and endorsement of the book. What's my man's journalist?
Jonathan Abrams, a New York Times
Jonathan
man.
Abrams.
Shout out to him, author of The Come Up, an oral history of hip hop. So to have his endorsement on top of that, because for me, he inspired me to even want to write a book about hip hop, to be honest. So to get his endorsement in his busy schedule was much appreciated, as well as the other endorsers, bro. Like this is huge. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, this is a dope read, man. Yeah, just go ahead and get that pre-order, and we'll jump into it, man. We got a lot of hip hop to talk about today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And to start off, Cash Money versus No Limit versus.
Yes, the return of verses and to kick it off with this like type of verses, man. Like how was the energy? Like what was your view of this spectacle? Because this was a moment, bro. This was a moment.
Absolutely a moment, man. Before I even get into that, man, did you miss versus?
I missed it. I
I
missed it.
missed verses. I'm gonna be honest. I was a fan of verses. I think that was it was dope, especially during the pandemic. Like I think
Yeah.
just dope to be able to see these music legends get their flowers and their just due and be able to be honored in that way. I always love the concept and
Mm,
I love the whole concept of verses. I think it's dope. So this one, man, I had high hopes for. Two legendary Southern groups,
mm,
conglomerates, you know what I mean? And two really impactful CEOs in hip hop, man. When you're talking about Birdman and Master P, you know, you can't really talk hip hop legacy without mentioning them and
right.
the impact that they've had on hip hop as a whole. So I had high hope for it. Of course, they have had conflicts in the past, um, historically, and I think that it was for them to agree to do it. I thought was dope. And then
Mm,
watching it, man, fire. I love the energy. There's some people who I think were missing. It would have been good to see Wayne there. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Uh, Wayne, I think, was the main one that I felt like it was like obvious that that they were missing him.
Mm,
But I'm gonna be real, bro. We came up here and we said what we thought would happen, and I'm gonna be real. No Limit washed,
complete surprise.
washed Cash Money, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. I think it was both of their music was lit. Shout out Juvenile. Juvenile held it down. Like Juvenile
Yeah.
is performing like he is 22 years old. Like like watching him
Yeah.
perform his classics and how many classics Juvenile has, I think was amazing. But No Limit was just in rare form. They came camoed out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Energy, everybody energy on
Yeah.
10. Like,
Mm,
and to see some of them rap who I haven't seen, you know what I mean, performing like to see Mia X go up there and do her thing, like everybody, like it was they had so many hits that I didn't even necessarily attribute to No Limit. And when they performed them, I was like, oh, that's them too. It was a lot of that going on, man. They had the energy, and I just think they just performed better too. So I'm giving it No Limit. I think that they both did their thing though. Like it was a
yeah.
dope concert.
Man, that's crazy, bro. And like you said, bro, we predicted it. We were both wrong. I was
Yeah.
among us two, I was the most wrong. Because I said I thought Cash Money side would wash No Limit. So the fact that like
Yeah.
it was complete reverse, bro, that gives me the same feeling I felt when I saw Dipset in the Locks. I thought Dipset was going to close the show,
Yeah.
wash them, pretty much like run them out of the building. So the fact that it was like this was another Dipset Locks type of moment. Crazy.
Yeah,
That
it was
surprised me, bro.
it was crazy because I think a couple big things. I think that I was thinking that without Mystical, I didn't know. I'm like with Mystical being locked up
Yeah.
and all of the hits he has, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to hold it down with all of the Cash Money legacy acts. But when I thought about it, I wasn't accounting for all of the hip hop artists that had one or two hits out of No Limit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
massive hits, you know what I mean, that people love.
Yeah.
And I think that those artists were able to come out and shine, and they were rapping well, and like
Mhm.
they performed all of the songs well. So it just was yeah, man. They put on a clinic, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, No Limit did their thing.
I think that's what people forget too about verses because we haven't seen it in a while. It's like, nah, it's not always the person with the best albums, the best career. It's the person that has like those surefire hits that will stop a room or ignite a room. You know what I mean? And they got to perform it well. So that like this to me, the Dipset Locks like verses to me proves that there's no guaranteed dub when it
No,
comes to verses, bro. There's just not, bro. Nah.
there's not, and that's what I would compare this to. I would compare this to the Dipset and Locks one. Like I think a lot of people, especially in
Mm.
our generation, thought Dipset was gonna hold it down just because
100%.
how many hits Dipset has. But I think
Mm.
that we downplayed that performance piece is key, and I
Key.
think that they showed it. Like I said, they had a lot of sneaky hits in No Limit, like 504 Boys that I can tell stupid song that everybody love.
Yeah.
I never really attributed that to No Limit. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Snoop came out and performed down for my, you know what I mean,
You can't beat
and
that.
went crazy.
You can't beat that. A cameo from
Yeah,
Snoop, you can't beat that, bro.
yeah, bro. And it was crazy. But like I said, shout out to Manny Fresh held it down, performed well. So did It was good seeing BG out there, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
doing his
Fresh
thing,
out too.
fresh
Yeah.
out. He performed well. And like I said, Juvenile, man, was in rare form. Like I
Mm,
gotta give it to Juvenile. Like Juvenile really got joints. A
mm.
lot of
A
joints.
lot of joints, bro. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
joints.
yeah. Look. And they didn't do as many songs as usual either. So I also got to put that into perspective. They didn't do, I want
Mm,
to say they did maybe 12, 13 songs. They didn't do 20 like a lot of people.
mm. And I
A lot of
wonder
the ones we
why.
saw did 20 and some bonus ones because there was a lot of songs left on the table that they didn't perform
Yeah. And I wonder
on both sides.
why. I wonder if it was just like the sake of time or it was
I
like
think so.
contractual, like, nah, nah, nah. Like, we're gonna stick to this 12. You know what I mean?
I
I don't
wonder.
know.
I wonder. I would probably say it was maybe time, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But it was dope, man. Would have been dope to see it in New Orleans, but they definitely represented New Orleans. Well, it was a dope performance.
Man, I wish I was there, bro. I actually have a friend who was there who's actually going to endorse the book, ironically, but she was
Nice.
there. I haven't talked to her about it, but I imagine it was what we were feeling or what you were feeling and viewing it. She probably felt that way experiencing it. So, yeah,
Oh
that's dope.
yeah. Oh,
That's
in the
dope.
building, it probably was crazy. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was shocked to see Master P still jumping around like that. I know he a coach now,
Yeah.
so clearly he must be staying in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was shocked that he was jumping around for 12 songs straight,
They will need frozen peas,
running in place.
icy hot, all this other stuff, bro. They out of body, man. But I love to see our hip hop legends in full form, man. I love to, even if they end up broken in the process. But
Yeah, no,
it
no,
is
some
what
of
it
them
is.
definitely gonna feel that. Some of them
Yeah.
are definitely still feeling them
Yeah.
knees and ankles. Yeah,
Man.
and people
Man.
forget like Master P is in his 50s. He deep in them 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dang
Like
near
Birdman
60.
probably too. Birdman probably 50, close to 62. Like these are not no young dudes. So to be up there
Yeah.
doing performing for over an hour is a lot.
And I want to say this too, bro, like because I think there's power with verses. People only think it's like it's a couple things. They think it's like, yo, it's a deeper appreciation for artists, which it is. You get like it introduces a lot of younger generations to older generations, right? Like when it comes to music. But I also think the piece where you talked about these record labels used to beef with each other. You know what I mean? Like there's a melding of that too. The same thing we experienced with Jeezy and Gucci, even though there was disrespect on that stage, which was crazy. I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna pop off and go left, but I'm glad it didn't. So I'm glad there's like reconciliation to an extent when it comes to this. Or it could just be money, but at least for camera's sake, it looked like some real reconciliation too, which I love to see in hip hop as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. And one of the highlights I would say in the verses was Master P actually walking through the whole crowd to go dap up Birdman, which I thought was dope,
That's
man.
fire, man.
With all the problems they had, like, Master P went out of his way to go through the crowd to like make sure he dapped up Birdman. I thought that was fire too. So you could tell that they're at different places in their life too, man. These are moguls at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who you know, they might have went through what they went through when they were younger, but to see them still be able to go up there and keep it professional despite their prior issues, I thought was a good look for hip hop.
That's a beautiful moment. Real grown man, stuff. So that's fire.
And and man, people forget Master P is currently what I mean, a coach of a college team. You know what I mean? University of New Orleans. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
actually great. I did not know that. You said
Yeah,
coach, and I was like, I was thinking high school or something. But yeah.
no, he the president of basketball operations there too. So yeah, Master P out here doing the work, man.
Wow, that's fire, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He was one of the first hip hop moguls to even have a sports agent agency, right? Like he was like a sports agent or
Yeah,
help.
I think he was early on that too. P is well, man. He lived everybody's dream, bro. Bro got movies.
Yep.
Bro went to the NBA. I think people forget Master P went to the league.
He could really
He
hoop,
got
bro.
drafted, like, which is wild. Like, got drafted, like, rap career, and got it out the mud in hip hop, like, out the trunk. And they were putting out No Limit tapes every 2 weeks. You feel me? Like,
Like crazy, man. Like P is, and he had child stars. He had like his own children as
yeah.
rap stars too.
And they had a TV
Yeah,
show on Nickelodeon. People forget, like,
yeah.
Romeo had and them were huge.
Huge,
And his other son
huge.
had that show. I want to say it was on Nickelodeon. It was on Nickelodeon and Disney, one of them two. But
Yeah.
his youngest son had the show.
So he was even a parent to a child star. Like if that's a plus, like that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he
Like
got
yeah,
generations, man. So yeah,
yeah.
man. Master P is dope, man. So yeah, shout out them, man. I'm glad to see Versus is back. I need y'all to go ahead. I got one that y'all need to go ahead and do. Y'all need to get Anita Baker and Sade up there, man. I want to see incense burning. I want the vibe right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't get Anita Baker and Sade up there.
man.
Or I'll take Sade and Erica Badu. However y'all need to do it. Configure it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
that'd be
need some of
interesting.
them. I need some of them neo soul legends up in there, and I need a Baker, front and center.
Dang, man. Like I know he passed RIP to D'Angelo, but D'Angelo Maxwell
That would have been
versus
hard.
would
That would have
go
been hard.
crazy,
That would have been
man.
hard.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of people still on the table. Like people was like, "Oh, versus they did everybody." I'm like, "No, they have not."
Not at
There's a
all.
lot of people who they have not touched. There are a lot of music legends in our culture, so they have
Yeah.
not. They have just scratched the surface. So hopefully there's more to come. I don't think they've announced another one yet, have they?
I don't think so. I don't think so, but I'm looking forward to the next one, man. And bring it to Philly, bro. Let's do a
I'm
state
pulling up.
property versus like something else, like Dipset or something. Run it back. You know what I mean? Or do it different.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, let's do something like that, bro. That'd be fire. That'd be
yeah, I'll be
fire.
with that. I'll be with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But shout out Versus, shout out Cash Money No Limit, man. Dope album. If you haven't watched it, highly recommend checking it out. Definitely entertaining.
for sure.
And we got an album review to get through, man.
We do. Dave's new album, man. His new album, The Boy Who Played the Harp. Tell me, this is a UK artist among like I would say the more socially conscious UK rappers out right now, man. So what did you think about this album release from
Yeah, man. I'm
Dave?
gonna say Dave is probably the first UK rapper that I really gave a chance musically. Like when I
Hmm.
listened to it and was like, oh, he actually talking about something. Like it's more introspective.
Hmm.
He had a song called Black that I remember I heard and that I thought was dope.
Hmm.
And yeah, man, definitely one of the ones who he's my out of the ones that I've heard, he's the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
That I feel like is the most actually not only talented but who has something to say, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, who uses his voice for you know just to speak to social issues.
Hmm.
So for that I definitely show love. It's funny on this album he actually said something like somebody called him socially conscious, like it was, but he said it kind of like it was an insult. I don't know.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard on one of the lyrics on this joint he said I'm a black man and the bozo saying my music socially conscious while man them troll the responses. This world's going totally bonkers. I don't know if you know, brother. That's a compliment. You know what I mean? Being socially conscious
Right.
is a good thing. You know what I mean? At least in America. I don't know in UK how y'all view that, but
Mm.
for us, that's dope, man. Like for somebody to say you a socially conscious artist, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, bro. Yeah, especially if you know how to toe the line and balance between making mainstream hits and also making stuff, records that stick to the bones. It's a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, man, going through this project, man, ten songs, 47 minutes, man. Me listening to it, man, there's some songs on here I like, man. I really
Hmm.
like the intro. I thought the intro with history was dope. 175 months I liked.
Hmm.
Chapter 16 I liked. I liked the joint he got called Selfish with James Blake. I thought that was a dope record. And then I really like the one with Tim's. I like Tim's in general.
I love Tim's. Yeah.
Her voice just sounds just
So
angelic.
it's
You know what I mean?
buttery. That's what I
Yeah,
call that, man. It's just buttery and
it
sultry. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
smooth, man. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Tim, when I hear her voice, it just puts me in a good mood.
Yeah.
I thought that track was dope. It really does sound like Rain Dance with Tim's. It sounds like a Tim's record. And Dave
He
just had.
hopped on it. Yeah, it does sound like that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
don't sound like it's his record. It's definitely sound like a Tim's record that he just put a verse on.
Hmm.
But dope record nonetheless. And then I really, really rock with the outro.
Hmm.
The boy who
Yeah.
played the harp, the title track, I
I
thought
love
was
it.
hard. I thought that one was really, really dope. There's a couple on here that I skip. I don't really necessarily care for some of the girl tracks on here. The one, the
Nah,
love songs. I don't know.
I'm
I didn't
cool on
really
it.
feel those on here
Mm.
outside of the Thames joint. But the other ones, fire. What you think?
Yeah, man. I think I'll stick with the positive. I think number one, he can rap really well. I'm not as versed with Dave as I am with like Skepta, Central C, some of the other UK grime artists that are popping right now. But I'll say from this album alone, it made me want to hear more from him. That's like the biggest compliment I could say to this project. I think a lot of the lyrics, bro, they really, like I said, stick to the bones. He's really talking about some real stuff, especially like when it comes to the duality between being a hip hop artist and a man of God, right? On, I think it's 175 months that he's really talking about that.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, like I like a number of these songs, bro. Chapter 16 with Kano, I like a lot. That's one of those upbeat tracks, I believe, that I really was drawn to. Because it kind of breaks the monotony a little bit. Because a lot of this production is very like, what would you say, like almost cinematic, dramatic. Like that's the
oh for
vibe
sure.
I get. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I love my 27th birthday, that record, bro, because
that was a good one too.
I felt that. I felt all that during my 27th birthday. Like it's kind of crazy. I was like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like I talked to my friends about like subjects that he was really tackling on this project. So I think for me though, I would have enjoyed this more with better production. I felt
I
like the
agree.
production was really monotonous. You know what I mean? It
I
was
agree.
it was I felt like a lot of his lyrics or a lot of these songs would have just been more elevated had it been more up tempo or just well produced. You know what
I
I mean?
agree.
And
I
so that's what slowed it for me.
100%.
That's what slowed it down for me. Yeah,
I agree. I think better production could have took this to another level. I think that he raps better than his production, and I think
for
his
sure.
production will be able to emphasize his lyrics more
Hmm.
if he works with if he gets with the right producers for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
So that's my take on it, bro. Like I like it. And I think because of the production, I won't really revisit a lot of these songs, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you know, if I'm in this mood, if I'm in this mode, I'll return to it. But otherwise, you know, it's a good project nonetheless. Yeah.
yeah. And I would say it's solid.
Yeah.
Solid project. Definitely gonna check out his next one. You know what I mean? This is like I said, this is a shorter project, so maybe he got something else cooking.
Hmm.
Hopefully. But yeah, man. Shout out Dave. Like I said, I any if you talking about something, man, and it sound good, I'm gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
I'm not a fan of the of UK drill music.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm not the biggest fan of drill music here, and I'm from Chicago. So, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't typically uh I latch on to music with substance. And I think that Dave, from what I've heard thus far, he got something to say, man. He's
Yeah.
yeah, it's the type of messaging that I like to hear. So I'm with it.
100%. 100%.
For sure, for
You
sure.
got over the accent. Did you get over the accent?
I did. If you're
Hmm.
talking about something, I can get over it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when it's gangster rap, I can't get over it. And maybe it's because I'm from the home of the gangster rap. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
from America, so like we're where it invented. So like it's yeah, it's a the UK drill rap I can't get with. But the accent didn't bother me in this.
Yeah, it only bothered me when bro was trying to serenade a woman over this. I
I take
said,
that back. That's
"Stop,
when it
yeah,
bothered me.
stop this proper stuff, lad. Like, stop it. I don't want to hear this stuff, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
But
would say that I don't like it with the girl records.
nah, yeah, skip those. But otherwise,
But the other ones, the more introspective, the way he talking that real stuff and talking about
yeah,
life and being a father and all that type of stuff, I'm with you. I'm with it.
100%. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, so shout out Dave, man. What else we got, bro?
My man, so I actually was reading this article by Billboard. So apparently, apparently there are no rap songs in Billboard's top 100's top 40 for the first time in 35 years, bro, since 1990. This is the
Mm.
first time that not a single hip hop song is in the top 40 on Billboard's Hot 100. What do you think? Because I've been seeing other like creators, I've been seeing other pundits, commentators say that this is proof that hip hop has slowed down from where it was at its peak. You know what I mean? Maybe some years ago. So I want to hear your perspective on that. What do you think about
So two things. One, I don't really trust what Billboard reports. That's one.
that? Okay, okay.
Let's start there.
All right.
One of the major reasons why is because when I looked at this top 40 list, I don't know half the people on this.
Okay, okay.
So, so on one side, I don't necessarily believe their reporting of what
Mm,
songs are most popular. You know what I mean?
okay.
I hate to be the conspiracy guy, but I don't necessarily believe that
Mm,
those are necessarily the most popular songs. But if I was to believe that, I still don't have a problem with it. I don't I because the people I'm surrounded around and the people within our culture aren't listening to none of the other stuff that's on that list. So if that's what other people listening to, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't judge whether hip hop is successful by how many. I'm gonna be real. Non-blacks are listening to hip hop. I don't.
Mm,
I don't. That's not the measuring stick for whether it's doing well or not. And to me,
mm.
black music has always been black music, and it's some transcends into other cultures, and everybody gravitates to it, and some doesn't. Um, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't think it needs to cross over. You know what I mean? I'm not a advocate for that. We talked about neo soul here when we talked about D'Angelo. And a lot of the neo soul artists that we love and revere aren't necessarily crossover acts. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Does that make them any less successful or talented? Like to me, no. Anita Baker, who's one of my favorite singers of all time, she's not anywhere near a crossover artist. You know what I mean? She's
yeah.
big, but she's a superstar in the black community. You know what I mean?
100%.
And I think
100%.
that's fine. So I don't necessarily think like, do I need the Clips album to be in the top 40? Not really. You know what I mean? I don't think that validates them anymore to me. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, yeah. And I agree. I think like when ask me how I feel about it real quick.
how you feel about it,
I
man?
don't give a god, you know what I mean? Like I don't care, bro. Because something like the truth of the matter is, bro, you're 100% right. Like certain things are going to resonate within our community, especially if it is of our community, right? Like these are black artists we talking about. Matter of fact, a pure example, the songs that you heard on the No Limit side when it came to certain songs that you just have heard at parties, cookouts, block parties, everything else, kickbacks and everything else, you may not even like none of those songs probably landed in the top 20, top 30, top 50 of Billboard. But there's just
Correct.
something when it comes to these songs that we can hark back to certain experiences. Maybe we was at the rolling rink, caught our first twerk or something, like whatever, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So for me, Billboard isn't indicative of a song or an artist or a culture or genre's impact. So I
No.
agree with you 100% right there.
Yeah. Not at all. And to be fair, Taylor Swift has like 15 of those slots right now.
Exactly.
But even if I
Exactly.
did want to think that that's mattered, you know what I mean? Taylor Swift got like 15 of them spots at the moment.
And how many
So
people have you talked to that has heard or enjoyed and heard that album?
let me tell you, I don't hang out with nobody who's I don't have no Swifties as friends. Now, I got a lot of students who love Taylor Swift, who
Of
love
course,
Taylor.
of course, of course.
But I don't none of my friends or peers are listening to Taylor Swift. So for me, it's like I said, it's I don't use Billboard as a metric. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now because I know when I'm getting in my car and when other people are getting in their car, they listen to hip hop. So it's like, you know what I mean? And new and old, you know what I mean?
Bueno.
So you,
Yeah.
you know, we I don't know how you view this, but to me, this is as far as releases and music, this is one of the best years in hip hop that we've had in a while to
In
me.
a long time. So
You know what I
that
mean?
that further validates my stance on it, which is like, sure, if I'm writing a story and I see that a certain song is number one on Billboard, am I going to reference that as a measurement of its success or popularity? I candidly will. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I do not care. You know what I'm saying? Like the Clips album to me, if I had to rearrange the Billboard Top 40, Freddie Gibbs, Clips, all the songs that matter to me right now and that are representative of the type of year we had in rap, those would be at the top of the list. But obviously, I'm not Billboard. Whatever metrics they use to fill those spots is up to them. But you know what I mean? It's not the Bible. Billboard is not Bible when it comes to relevancy or impact in music, and that's just the
And,
truth.
and absolutely. And the more substance that we see entering into hip hop, I feel like this is gonna be the trend.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's talk
Chance
about
the,
it.
Chance the Rapper just dropped one of his best works, in my opinion. You know what I mean? An
Yes.
amazing, phenomenal project, top to bottom. Production is dope,
Yep.
lyrics are dope, substance is dope,
Hmm.
dope across the board. That's not in the Billboard. You know what I mean? And like I said, hip hop fans know it's dope, so
Exactly.
it's okay. Freddie Gibbs dropped fire, Clips dropped fire, JID dropped fire. Like there's dope music that's out here. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like if it's if we're the only ones who's resonating with it, that's cool.
That's cool with me. And for those that care, Whoever you are, Cardi B, who is it? Rod Wave, NBA YoungBoy, their songs are floating around the top 40 anyway. So to say that we out of the top 40, you're kind of cherry picking in a way because we in the top 50. So like, I
Right.
mean, what does it matter?
And,
You know what I
and
mean?
I'm gonna be real, and I said this to you too. I claim Chris Brown. Chris Brown is a hip hop. It's hip hop. I don't really care. You know what I mean? I feel like Chris Brown is just as much as a hip hop artist at this point as he is R&B.
Yeah, yeah. That's how people felt about Bobby Brown. I mean,
Bobby
the
Brown,
talent level is very different, but
very different. But
comparatively,
well, Bobby wasn't no slouch.
no, he wasn't no
Let me be
slouch.
real. Hold on
He
now.
could
We ain't finna talk about
dance,
Bobby
he
like he
could
wasn't Bobby.
sing, but I'm saying like Chris Brown, not to compare them talent wise, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
like they're kind of viewed in a similar way when it comes to being hip hop adjacent
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
R&B artists. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Absolutely. Hip hop, he is very much so hip hop adjacent. So Chris Brown's still in there. You know what I mean? K.I.T's in there.
yeah.
I don't know if she's hip hop adjacent. Kinda. You know what I'm saying? But
She does a lot of hip hop collaborations, so someone can make that argument. Someone can make that argument about Leon Thomas, and I wouldn't scoff at them. I know he's predominantly more R&B or as R&B as Kehlani for real. But if
yeah.
someone make that argument, I'm not scoffing at it personally. He's done songs or collaborated with Ty Dolla Sign and Kanye West. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
And I'm gonna be real, and this is just me. I would rather hip hop make dope, impactful, um, meaningful music that
hmm
we love than pop hits. So I like hip hop better in a place where the music has substance and it may not all cross over. I'm
yeah,
okay with that.
yeah.
So
If
I'm
I had to decide between the two, I would prefer a mix. But if I had to decide, I'm leaning like impact songs. You know what I mean? That got some bounce to it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like that's what I would want. Like a Chance album, I'll take that any day of the week, bro. If I had to choose between the two,
because Ride should be a hit,
it should be. It should be
but
a hit.
it's not because he's no longer signed. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I
Ride
mean?
should be a hit, bro.
If
Like,
Chance the
yeah.
Rapper had a record deal and was signed,
Oh, he'd be out of
Ride
here,
would
bro.
be a hit.
It'll be it. He'll be out of here.
A lot of
Further
these
out of here.
artists too are also going independent routes.
hmm
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because they
Chance
know
has
what they
always been
can
independent, but he's fully like
fully.
I don't even know if he has a publishing deal at this point. I feel like he's really doing it independently. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
yeah, man. So yeah, I don't view that as indicative of hip hop is in a bad place.
Not at all. Not at all. Mm-mm.
Nah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
We got another track to talk about, bro. This is a collaboration you say you were kind of surprised by, man. It's T Grizzly, Ride Wave. Ride Wave's newest track, bro.
Yeah, when
What are
I
your
saw that
thoughts?
pop up, I was like, that's an odd pairing.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
mind, I don't know if they've done music before
Yeah.
together, but it just was a when I think of T Grizzly, I think of hype. I think of
Yeah.
aggressive music. I like T
Gritty.
Grizzly is always on my gym playlist. You know what I mean? He's one of my
Yeah.
gym playlist artists. T Grizzly, Key Glock, all of that is
Mm.
that's my gym playlist. So I didn't when I saw him and Rod Wave, who makes very slower, more
Yeah.
monotone, most people would say sad music.
hmm
I didn't necessarily know if that would work, but
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm gonna be
I,
honest. It worked
yeah.
way more seamlessly than I would have expected it to. And this is a traditional Rod Wave song. It
It
is
is.
Rod Wave. You know what I mean? It's like I said, most people would define it as sad. I would kind of lean on that side of saying he makes pretty
Mm.
sad music. I almost look at him. I always use this comparison, even though they aren't anything alike necessarily sonically. But I think as far as the well, I would even say as far as the tempo and the feel and the amount of vulnerability in the music, I like Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
Like a hood version of Kid Cudi. You know what I mean?
Basically. Yeah.
And I think that it's yeah, I think it's dope. I think it's always a place for artists like that. But yeah, to me it worked, man. I thought the song was solid. I liked it. You know what I mean? I like T Grizzly's verse on that. He did the thing that irritates me that I said on this podcast before the artists do. Stop making slave master whip punchlines. Y'all gotta knock it off.
Y'all gotta stop it.
But outside of that, I like T Grizzly's verse a lot. I thought it was a solid song. What you think?
Yeah, I thought Voicemail was a solid collaboration between these two artists, two very different artists, as you said. Didn't expect it, but when I heard it, it almost felt like it should have always been.
It
That's
made
the
sense
weird
when I
thing,
heard it.
right?
Yeah.
Like that was the weird thing. Like it's something about maybe the tonality in their voice or just
Hmm.
like Rod Wave's juxtaposition to a T Grizzly. You know what I'm saying? Because T Grizzly is
Yeah.
that hyphy, aggressive, gritty type of artist, and then Rod Wave is just smooth. You know what I mean? And somber. You said sad, I say somber.
Somber is a better word for him.
Same
Somber.
thing. But yeah, yeah. And I think it worked, bro. I think like it worked. I would say though, the biggest thing I had with Detroit artists, brother, stay on beat. Now, this was the most on beat I've heard him in
I
a
was
minute.
gonna say he sounded on beat to me.
It sounded off to me though, like a little off tempo, just enough to irritate me. You know what I'm saying? So, but otherwise, bro, I'm gonna tune into this record. This is gonna make it to my car, bro. Like this is gonna make it to
Yeah,
my
just make it.
drive out to Westchester. You know what I'm saying? For
This,
sure.
this
For sure.
definitely making it to the car, like 100%. This is I think it's dope, man. Rod Wave, I think he fills a very important gap in music.
I think so. I think so.
I think it's good. It's good to see. You know what I mean? Like I said, our generation, that artist was probably was I would say, like I said, Kid Cudi's probably the closest example I can give to that type of artist who's making this music that people can relate to, especially when they're young and
Yeah,
going and I mean you always going through something, but when you're younger and in your emotions and you're able to really relate to what he's talking about, I think that artists like that are dope. So yeah.
absolutely.
Shout out Rod Wave. Like I said, I did not expect this to work. It worked.
It worked though. It worked, and I'm not mad at it, man. Like I said, it's gonna make it to the car. Whatever destination I have to go to next is gonna be queued up. Um, Another record, man. This is actually one of my favorite records we're gonna talk about right now, bro. And I shouldn't like it. Meg Thee Stallion's "Lover Girl" with that total sample on it, man. What did
Yeah,
you think about this new record from Meg Thee Stallion?
I like it.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't want to
hard,
like
bro.
it.
It's
I
hard.
didn't want to like it, but I like it.
Yeah,
It's not gonna make it to my car. It is gonna make it to my girlfriend car whenever I decide to hop in her whip. She only drive every blue moon, so
yeah.
with me in the vehicle. So you know, when she does is behind the wheel, I know that she's going to play that song to death. Um,
Yeah.
it's catchy though. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's a good song. I think that it's I love the sample. I think it's produced well. I always say Meg has a dope rap voice.
She does. She does.
She has a good rap voice, good delivery. Like I know when I hear her, regardless on if I relate to the messaging and what she's talking about, I know that she's gonna be rapping well.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that.
I can appreciate it. Even down to the diction, the enunciation. Like
She can rap.
she's refined. Like she could really rap. And she got bars. So yeah, I love this record, bro. It's catchy. It's doing what it needs to do, bro. I almost wish this was released in the summer because I actually think this would be a summer like type of anthem.
I agree. This sounds like
Yeah.
a summer record. It does not sound like a fall record.
It doesn't, man. Because this
But
is
I think it's
yeah.
gonna make it to the summer though.
It could. It very much could. We
Songs
seen like a
don't last
yeah.
that long often, but I think this
Yeah.
one might.
And yeah, man, this is solid, bro. It's cuffing season, so I maybe this is timely for cuffing season for my single folks out there looking for
This is
a warm body. You know what I'm
this is the
saying?
cup
But
of
yeah,
season record, man.
yeah,
And it's almost like it make you think like is this new relationship she in a part of this rollout? Like
a
because it's just
100%,
it
bro.
just all go
100%.
hand in hand. You know what I mean? For some
Yeah,
reason, I don't follow her or him, but for some reason, them as a couple have popped up on my algorithm at least 3 times a week. You
by
know,
force, not by choice, man.
I don't follow neither one of them on any social platform, but I've seen them way more than I've ever wanted to. And the fact that I keep seeing them, and then this song I keep hearing, I'm like, okay, so the relationship is definitely a part of this rollout.
100%,
Now,
man.
I'm not to say it's not an organic relationship. I'm just saying they're definitely leaning into it for this rollout.
Oh, they making coin off of this joint, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So good for them. Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion, for those that don't know, NBA player for the Dallas Mavericks. But yeah, man, this is a dope record. So whatever this relate, usually people sometimes, not usually, sometimes artists when they get cuffed up in a relationship, they make worse music. She's making good music. Let's roll with it, man. I wish them the
Let's
best.
roll with it, man. I'm not mad at her making a little love song. You know what I mean?
You
I'm
know what I
with it.
mean? Hot girl summer. You can't be a hot girl summer forever. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm glad we
Man,
made it
look,
to
her,
this
her
point.
and Glorilla out the game, man.
They are NBA players too, you know, at that. Look at
They
that.
live in their raps, man. They said we're gonna get somebody with some money, and they did it. Look at y'all.
Yeah, look at y'all. Yeah. Can't believe they've been fooled. But anyway. Good for them, bro. Good for them, man. Yeah, bro.
Yo,
All right.
shout out, Meg. Y'all check out Lover Girl, man. It's a good song. I like it.
Absolutely. And we got another one, bro. This from your boy, bro. And you love this artist. You sing his praises every chance you can. And I will say it's deserved. Big Crits gotta do it, his latest new single. What did you think about this record when it dropped, bro?
Hard. You know what I mean? And it's
It's
funny
hard.
because man, people have really been pushing Big Crit like, hey, bro, we need to hear some music. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I'm glad that he seems like he's back in that mode. Hopefully there's a new project coming because I like this joint a lot.
Yeah.
Big Crit, man, it's something about it, man. That Mississippi sound, that southern swang that he puts on it, I think that it's dope. And the fact that he produces his own stuff and can rap at this level
Yeah.
and sounds drastically different than everybody else that's out right now. I always say, man, I think Big Crit to me is the most underrated rapper of our generation. He's the most underrated rapper that came out of that blog era,
100%.
who has started off dope and has remained dope ever since. Like he has been
Yeah.
fire for the entire time that he's been out. And at this point, it's probably dating it 20 years. You know what I mean? 20 years, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, who been making heat. So yeah, this was another one, man. I like it. This made me look forward to what's to come next. What do you think about this joint?
Bruh, this just further proved his consistency for me. Like, I'll say this, man. I haven't heard a Big Crit record. Like, I haven't sought out one. I'll say that in a long time. Like a long
Mm.
time. But hearing this reconfirm his abilities and talents for me, bro. Like, this is some southern playalistic type of record, bro. And his consistency, bro. Like I said, like man, he's been consistent all these years. I do feel like he's one of, if not the most underrated artist from that blog era because me listening to, his earlier mixtapes and everything else like Catalactica, like his album, like I always thought he was going to be side by side eventually with like a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
Sure.
like a Mac Miller and all these other artists that emerged during the blog era. And he had a moment where he was, but I think like due to like some label stuff and like, what I mean? He wasn't able to yet reach it, but I think the quality of music there has never been a drop off. And I think this song proves it.
I could not agree more. There's never been a drop off in the quality of music. I think that the only difference was that he went independent. Def Jam did not know what to do with Big Crit, and I
Not at
think that
all.
was the biggest problem. For some reason, they didn't know how to market Big Crit properly.
Hmm.
And to me, Big Crit is very marketable. I don't know how you don't know how to market Big Crit. Like the fact like his sound is unique, you know what I mean? That whole Southern Cadillac, but I got bars. Like I feel like it's I
Yeah.
don't feel like it was that hard. I think he just needed the right collaboration. Still, just the right collaborations. And he's out of here. But Big Crit, he's been dope the whole time.
The whole time, bro. Yeah.
The whole
Definitely.
time. So definitely one of my favorite rappers, definitely of this generation. One of my favorites. So this track is hard, man. I definitely recommend checking it out. This is one of those ones that you did you play in the whip? I played it
Absolutely.
in the whip. It already made it to the whip for me.
Yeah, bro. This is gonna blow out my whole speaker system. This joint is hard, bro. Yeah, this joint's fire.
Yeah. Shout
Hmm.
out Big Crit, man. Shout out Mississippi. You know what I mean? And to make it out as a rapper from Mississippi
That's tough.
is
That's tough.
very difficult to do. Very difficult, almost impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Almost impossible. You know what I mean? So if you've never heard Big Crit, man, highly recommend checking them out. If you want looking for an album, Crit Was Here is a hard one. Catalactica, hard.
Hmm.
Yeah, hasn't really missed a lot to be honest with you.
Hasn't, man. Hasn't. So definitely give him his flowers. Listen to this record and other records he's dropped. It's hitting hits, man.
Hidden
It's hitting
Hits
hits.
time, man. For those who do not know, Hidden Hits is our segment where we highlight joints that aren't hits or that weren't hits, old or new. But we feel like are dope enough where they should have been hits. And this is our chance to really highlight some dope music. Hopefully, expand your playlist if it's a record you don't know. That is our goal. So let's see. And don't mind me being stuffed up because allergies are killing me. All right, I got one.
Okay.
J. Cole, Farewell,
Okay.
off Friday Night Lights.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Highly, highly, highly recommended. If you have not checked out that joint, man, dope, introspective, meaningful. Um, yeah, it's like a perfect J. Cole record. So I would
Mm,
highly recommend checking out Farewell by J. Cole. I would also recommend checking out Three Wishes by J. Cole.
fire.
Another dope one that I want to highlight, that I will recommend checking out. Let me see if there's one more. I'll also let me give one more. I want to say since we mentioned Big Crit, I'm gonna give a Big Crit record.
Okay.
The one I want to give from Big Crit that I want y'all to check out is check out a joint he got called "Got Him Through."
Okay.
It's off his project "It's Better This Way" that dropped back in 2021. That's the one I recommend. Yeah, what you got for hitting hits, bro?
My man. So I was on a Meek Mill wave. I was listening to him over the weekend. You know, when you go on these long runs, bro, in preparation for, you know what I mean, a marathon, you just gotta it's you pavement or some music in between that. So I was listening to Championships, which is my favorite Meek Mill project
Mine
across
too.
the board.
Same here,
Absolutely.
and I don't even think it's close. I agree.
Yeah. So I was listening to Oodles and Noodles Babies 24/7 with Ella May. That's how you say her name, right? I
Mhm.
think so. Tic Tac Toe with Kodak, man. Like, there's just so many. Meek is at his peak on this album, and I don't know why people like don't reference back to this. I think because he's obviously produced other records and other albums after, but I think like this is his magnum opus. Like, to be real with you, like I think this is his best project. I was listening to Win or Lose by Mobb Deep. I was listening to that
Mm.
throwback track.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go in some newer records that I actually really like. I'm not a Lil TJ like fan necessarily, but Letter to My Block was a surprise for me, bro. I didn't know he could get into the depths of, like, you know, me, his experiences growing up in New York and everything else. So that was fire. We have a posthumous release that I really like called Cable Box by Mac Miller.
Mm.
So yeah, man, like those are some of my favorite records. The last one I'll say is a hidden hit of sorts that's new is Gucci Mane's Back Cooking, bro. It's just with OJ the Juice Man. For those that don't know, I've never said this on this podcast. I've never said this publicly at all, and it is embarrassing, bro. My first email like Yahoo, whatever that I ever made, because
Oh
I
my
love
God.
OJ the Juice Man so much, bro. I declared myself EJ the Jelly Man at yahoo.com, brother. Can't make this up, bro. Can't make this up.
I don't know where to start here. I don't know where my disappointment should start. I don't know
Oh
if it should
man.
start with the fact that you were an OJ Juice Man fan to that degree. I think that's the starting point. I don't know what it was about that. Okay, that made you a fan to that degree.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
want to name your Gmail after that man.
Until college, bro.
What were you going through, man? What were you going through that
Oh
made you
man.
that big of a OJ the Juice Man fan that you needed to make him your email address?
I had a loving family at home. I had a roof over my head, bro. I don't know what compelled me,
Let me tell you, man, when I was in high school,
bro.
when I say Brick Squad 1017 had it on lock,
They
all my
did.
friends were Gucci Man, OJ the Juice Man, Flocka flamed out.
Outs, bro. Just
I never got it. I'm gonna be real. I didn't appreciate
yeah.
Flocka until I got in the club and saw what his music did in the club. Then I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
But I never grew to Gucci and OJ. I just never.
Man, man. Yeah.
And you, sir, were a fan of the worst of it.
That was my no limit, bro. Right
No, he was
there.
your you the type who like no limit. Your favorite was Silk the Shaka. That's what you that's what you was on. That's
Oh
what you,
man. That comparison is hilarious, bro. Oh my
he
God.
is absolutely the Silk the Shaka out of
He
1017.
has to be. He has to
100%.
be.
He
Yeah.
gotta be, bro. That is fun. That is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, man. EJ the
OJ the
Jelly Man.
Juice. OJ.
And why jelly though? It couldn't have been
What that's
apple
what I
juice.
that was the next part that I was gonna get to was why was
Uh,
jelly?
Jelly, bro. I don't know. I can't explain that one, bro. 12-year-old me couldn't explain it himself then either.
And the fact that you thought that's what the email should be.
and I answered emails with it. Like that's the foul part. I wrote it down on resumes, bro. Not resumes, college
Hold on,
apps.
hold on. Please,
College apps, bro.
I was about to say, please tell me you got rid of that by college. Don't
Bro, high school, senior year, I was like, you know what? Like people keep asking me what this means. I should remove it. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Crazy work. Crazy
Oh,
work.
let me throw one more on there before we go to the next section. I'm
Mm.
gonna throw "Seen It All" by Jeezy and Jay-Z.
Amazing record, man.
I'm gonna
Amazing
also throw that.
record.
Just
Grammy worthy. If it I don't think it was nominated.
no, but it should have been because it's crazy.
Mm,
Another joint that I always go back to, and I was playing recently. So that all right. Let's get into some nice nonsense, man.
yeah, let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
go. Since we're talking about Gucci and all of that, I gotta go Jeezy. I was more of a Jeezy guy, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to the recession. I would say check out Jeezy the recession. I feel like that was a slept on project. Welcome back on there, hard. I'm gonna say check out Who That on there, hard. Um, Put On was an actual hit, so I can't use that one. But
Yeah, fire hit.
yeah, man, I'm gonna say check those out. For some more nice nonsense, man, I'm gonna go. Let's give y'all, what I mean, RIP Young Dolph, man. Dolph was also one of my Dolph went platinum in my car. I don't really care what he went on the billboard or none of
Legend.
that.
Yeah.
He's gone platinum in my car. So I'm gonna give some Dolph for this, man. You know what I mean? Hold up, hold up, hold up. One
Hmm.
of my favorite Dolph songs. Off
Yeah.
of the Rich Slave album. Um, and I will also say, since we talked about Meg Thee Stallion, check out R&B with Meg Thee Stallion. That's some nice nonsense. Meg Thee Stallion, Young Dolph, R&B. Yes, sir. What you got?
Man, that's a more cleaned up, no nonsense list compared to mine, bro. I got some real ignorant
You
stuff
got
in
some
here,
OJ
man.
the Juice.
I should
Have
pull
a
something
brick.
from my man.
Hey,
I should pull something from my
that's
man's.
hilarious.
Uno the Activist, The Wave. I rock with Uno the Activist, bro. This is one of
I
my
never heard of him.
this is one of my SoundCloud picks, man. That I've just been who's flirted or floated within my algorithm over the years, bro. I don't pay attention to really anything he does. It just happens and I like it. Um newer acts or artists or group, whatever it's called, Homicide Squad or Homicide Gang, change your name. But this record
Homicide Gang is
is
crazy.
crazy word. Change your name.
I would not let them perform in my venue with that name.
Never. But if they change their name to
H Gang or something. You got
yeah, you feel me?
that's crazy.
HG or whatever, man. But holler, holler. That's the song name. I rock with it, man. It's no it's complete nonsense music, trap beats. You got me there, bro. You got me there. Um, who else, man? I would say that's it, bro. Like I ain't really listened to no some nice nonsense over the week, but those two records stuck out to me, bro. So I had to add it to the liked song section of Spotify for the one time. Yeah, man.
And that's when you know it's good. When it gets asked to that liked, that's
Yeah.
when you know you're like, all right, this is one of those ones.
That I
Yeah.
gotta return to. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, man. This is dope, man. It's been another dope episode of Rapid Reason, man. Hey, if you do not follow us, make sure that you're doing so on TikTok and Instagram at Rapping Reason. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes, please make sure you get subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you listen on audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, make sure y'all just hit that 5 star, man. And also leave comments. Let us know
Yes.
what y'all want us to review, man. If there's a throwback review or a new artist you really want us to check out, go ahead and leave a comment, man. We'll try to get to it. And until next time, man, this is episode 65. We out, bro.
We out.